figure out how to throw more stuff so that when I start that motion and I start to see what you're doing, I'm giving myself time to adjust to your defense. If you think I'm going to hit you in the head, I'm going to kill you with that, that's great. And you win fights that way, and I'm not saying you shouldn't. Right? Plenty of times I thought, I'm just going to speed down this. This is what I want to do, this is how I want to win this fight. Right? But too much of that, and you limit your swordmanship. I want to start a shot and not know where I'm going to throw it. Because if I fool myself, sure as hell can fool you. Right? How many times have you thrown a shot and the person was like, your opponent was like, wow, I had no idea that was going to be a snap. I thought it was going to be a leg shot. I so thought it was going to be a leg shot. Or I so thought that was going to be a body blow and you took my leg. Wow. Now I've had this happen where I was like, yeah, you're nice. Why? I didn't plan to throw that shot. Right? You're kind of reacting in the moment of the fight, and all of a sudden, boom, the shot happens. And part of that is practice. It's like the outfielder. A lot of science goes around how an outfielder catches a fly ball. And what they determined is the best, one of the reasons they are the best, is that they're using clues that have nothing to do with the ball. They hear the sound of the bat, they see the stance of the batter, they sense the pitch that is being thrown. Because if all it is you just tracking the ball, chances are you're not going to catch the ball. You're just that far behind that motion. And a lot of it is foreshortened, so you don't really get trajectory analysis from the outfield. Right? You've got to, there's a bunch of different clues that go into informing a good fielder where to start to commit, to isolate that motion of the ball. Same thing with fighting. We want to have as many clues as possible to take advantage of when we're fighting. And I don't want to try to beat your perception. I want to use your perception. Right? I want to manipulate it. Right? If I try to beat your perception, I'm going to get old and slow at some point. Right? I'm going to get injured. I'm going to have an off day. I'm going to be out of practice. My best is never going to be as good as somebody else's best. So I don't want to try to have the fastest snap. I don't want to try to fool them. I want to try to manipulate them. I want to use all of your clues. I'm going to give you all of my clues so that I can create, I want you to tell me where your opening is going to be so that I can let the sword get sucked right into that opening. So high, open, back, slightly rock so that I've engaged my core. The hips start to rotate. They're not swaying, they're rotating, right? The hips start to rotate, and that opens me up here for this very critical part of a snap, where I'm going to come through that portion of the transition. High and back, the elbow, the hips rotate, and the elbow, I'm going to throw my elbow through the space that defines your defense. So if your shield's here, I want to throw my elbows. I'm going to throw my elbow so that I'm going to throw it just past your shield, right here. Because if I throw my elbow just past your shield, I'm drawing my sword to the target. Right? You're not pushing the sword, you draw the sword. Okay? So that motion here, that's the sway. That's one of the variables that really think about it. Next time you're throwing your snaps, really think about the relationship of the hand, elbow, shoulder.
You got any suggestions for us lefties with that elbow drawing in?
See, the lefties are actually, you're way ahead of the curve as far as that goes. The elbow is, you have an angle that we don't have, right?
Well, you have
we have it when we're fighting you, right? So we fight you 1 out of 10, right? You fight us 9 out of 10. So you get to maximize this angle. So absolutely, what I'm saying doesn't change at all for the lefty. In fact, when I'm fighting left-handers, I use my elbow even more because it's an opportunity for me to overcome a lack of practice against left-handers. So So you really want, this is a great opportunity to manipulate your opponent's defense. So we'll talk more about left here.
Okay, thanks.
So this, when you come through this motion here and the elbow and the shoulder start to draw the opening for the snap, this is when, it's after this is committed that the sword starts to move, really starts to move forward. And one of the reasons for that is that you want to hold the sword in reserve for as long as possible. I don't want to commit my sword until I have it. I want to get everything moving. I'm going to tell you, here comes a shot. And a good half beat after you register the shot's coming in, then my sword's going to decide where it's going to go. So tie, open, rocked, hips start to move. The elbow, shoulder starts to pull through this portion of space here. High back, forward, or here, right? But mostly not here, high and back, right? Because I want to be able to throw the shot anywhere I want. So as the elbow and shoulder comes through here, then from here, go back to this. From here, this could be a snap, it could be an offside, right? This beginning of the motion here is the same no matter what shot I'm going to throw. So you want to give yourself the old Martin temperament, right? Only better. Launch. Figure out how to minimize the variables depending on your target. If I want to hit you in the offside leg, too many times fighters show that they're going to hit you in the offside leg, right? Offside head, they're showing you because they have to alter their stance to be able to hit that target. Okay? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. There are times I want to alter my stance because I want you to think I'm going to hit you in the offside leg. Right? I'm going to try to hit you somewhere else. So have your stance, do the face of the clock drill on the pelvis. Okay? Noon, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 right? Have a shot that hits true edge in every hour of the clock and figure out where you have to commit. At what point do I actually have to throw those dice? And back it up. Get better and better at minimizing that difference depending on your target. Does that make sense? All right, so
When you talk about the clock drill, and what do you do when you get to the other side? Do you change the blow to an offside?
yeah.
Okay, so you're not trying to, okay.
Yeah, from here, so, noon, right? 1,
Right,
11,
okay.
right? And so,
So you're talking about hand position at the beginning and being able to throw anywhere?
right.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Okay.
I want my opponents to have no idea where I'm going to throw that shot. Right? So I'm going to show them something that allows me to throw anywhere I can. Right? Anywhere that they're open. So the elbow comes through this piston here, commits through this moment, and then draws the sword to about 80% of the arc necessary to hit. And then you begin to recover. You want, perfect snap, wants to hit ballistically. It wants to be, if you let go, it would still kill. Right? That's part of the wet towel thing. Okay? A lot of fighters, that whole shoot through the target, right? I don't agree with that. I know what the target is. I want that moment of impulse only exists for a little nanosecond and 2 degrees. I know where I want it to hit. I don't need to power through it because I'm not powering anything by that point. Right? That shot, when I throw it right,